Hey everyone, and welcome to day 4. I had to look at my my list of your Coach to Emerald training. Again, we were so excited to have you guys here, and I want to talk to you about something that is so important in this business that will keep you from pulling your hair out, going crazy, or just wanting to give up altogether. Because trust me, we've all been there. We've all felt a little stressed, and we're trying to make this as easy as possible for you guys. So as long as you're following what Kessa, Candace, and myself and Summer put out in front of you guys, you will be successful. You just have to follow the recipe. So a little tip to help you guys with that is time management. Now listen, when I first started this business, I worked full-time as a nurse, full-time student, and I was working this business, okay? I don't have children, I'm not married, but I have a dog, I have friends, I have things I like to do too. So it was definitely difficult at first. So I had to learn a system on how to manage my time. And that's my cat Niku back there. Sorry. So the first thing that I did was they told me to set business hours. So I set business hours. I didn't do that at first. It took me a while to do that, and I really struggled with it because I would get so excited when someone would message me back, whether it was 2 in the afternoon, 1 in the morning if I was awake. It didn't matter what time it was. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to reply now. Oh my gosh, they're going to lose interest. No, trust me, you are setting yourself up for failure if you do that. Please, please, please set business hours. I don't care what time they are, but that's when you answer people's questions. That's when you work this business. So in the beginning, we only are asking you to do 30 minutes a day. That is the business plan. That is all you need at first. If you're trying to jumpstart and make more money, we have other plans for you to follow. That's really up to you and your schedule. But I highly, highly suggest set your business hours, okay? If you don't get back to someone for 24 hours because you're on a date with your spouse or you're at a football game with your kids, no one is going to say no because of that, okay? I promise you. You cannot be available 24/7, just like we can't, okay? So that's very important. The second thing about setting your business hours, I want you to get a calendar. I want you to get a calendar and write it down. Let me show you mine. So this is my calendar. It's pretty big, but I carry it with me everywhere because it has my work schedule in here, my Beachbody schedule, it has my follow-ups, it has everything. So I want to show you how I do mine. I really break everything down, and I color code. I'm really not normally this, I don't even know the word for it. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Organized. There we go. See, obviously, mess over here. What I do is yellow is my nursing job hours. Pink is my Beachbody. So I have orange is my devotion. Blue is my workouts. And you kind of pick a different color. And then as you see over here, there's some more. Normally I have more stuff than that. I haven't finished filling it in for the rest of the month, but that's something I plan on doing today. So make sure that you have some kind of system, some kind of calendar, and you're writing these things down, you're scheduling it in. Now let me tell you, with prioritizing and with your schedule, something's going to happen. It's not always going to go perfectly. You're not always going to be able to work out at 8 a.m. or for me, 4 a.m. before work. Something could happen. You could have an emergency. When that happens, you have to think, is it more important that I do this right now or what's on my calendar? And if whatever comes up is more important, go do it. Go do it. Just make sure that you get whatever's on your calendar done that day too. Okay? It's kind of like your little checklist. This has saved me so many times, so many times. Okay, so as far as when you write your schedule for your Beachbody hours anyways, if you have 30 minutes in a day to work this business, you have to think, what do I need to get done in those 30 minutes to make it an efficient, effective 30 minutes, okay? So if this week you need to work on inviting, however your invite schedule is, I like to sit down and do all mine at the beginning of the month. Then you set an alarm if you have to, and you invite for 30 minutes. You just send them out. You're not answering what people are responding to you. You're not checking your Facebook notifications that are going off. You're not answering text messages. You are only inviting. Now, let's say you get your inviting done in 10 minutes. Maybe you only had a couple to do that day. They don't take long, they're really quick. Then you move on to the next thing that you need to do. Maybe you need to do follow-ups. Maybe you need to figure out what you're going to post for the rest of the day. Maybe you need to help a challenger. Any of those things. So just make a little list of what you need to get done when you write down your Beachbody hours and mark those off. Some people have to set an alarm to stick in those 30 minutes. Some people, you need to turn your phone on airplane mode. Unless you have kids and you're worried about an emergency, totally understand that. But just be careful that you're not watching TV or answering calls or text messages that are not part of your business plan that morning and messing up your 30 minutes, because that's when 30 minutes takes an hour and a half. And when you can get this work done in 30 minutes, don't do it for an hour and a half if you don't need to. I think that's really about it for time management today, guys. What I want you to do today is, yes, there's homework. I want you to go in and comment on this video and tell me, what are your business hours going to be Monday through Friday, okay? If you're like me, they can't be the same every single day because I'm a nurse. I don't always know. My days are not the same that I work. So I normally do my business hours on my off days. So some days I might be working an hour and a half. Some days I might be 2 hours. It just depends on my RN schedule. So you can be flexible, and you have to be flexible, but you also, when you write it down, you need to stick to it, okay? Please, please, please ask any questions. I love time management. I have all kinds of tips and tricks I would love to help you with. Just let me know what your needs are, and I'm here for you, okay? But don't forget to write down what your business hours are going to be Monday through Friday and comment them below. All right, guys, good luck.